Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Brittany. It's been a while if you're a returning friend, so welcome back. We got a lot of catch up on, but first, I did my friend's makeup for a wedding she was attending this day, and Jessica, thank you so much for being my model and letting me bring out my creative outlet because your girl was in a funk. But anyways, we're starting off this tutorial with cleaning off her skin with some micellar water. And we are adding some moisturizer to her skin just to moisturize because if you don't know, I moved to Colorado and it's dry as hell out here. Next, I'm using the e.l.f. Line and Define tapes. These are very inexpensive and it just helps me to have a guide of where I'm placed the brown eyeliner. And I had her look at me so that way I can see where the liner would kind of meet, and I had a guide. For brows, I'm using the medium brown powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Jessica has nice eyebrows already. I'm just filling in to kind of give it a little bit more structure to her face. To prime her eyelids, I'm using the Milani Conceal and Perfect in the beige color. For eyeshadow, we are using the Natasha Denona Safari palette, and I'm using the shade Tamarind and just buffing that all over her crease. We're moving on to doing the wing liner. So I'm using the Morphe gel liner in the shade Coffee. This is a very dark brown color and I'm using two different brushes to put this on. So I'm placing down the eyeliner first and then diffusing that with a more denser brush, and the tape helps me kind of give that little bit more of a cat eye effect, which is why I place it down there first. If you're doing this on yourself or on someone else, it is totally okay to have that guidance with the tape. It just helps to kind of give you a little help, you know? Don't be afraid to use it. I am picking up the shade Thorn and adding that right on top of the gel liner that we placed down. This is just going to help make sure the liner stays all day and also gives a soft diffusion so that way it's not too much of a dark. Again, we want to do a soft wing liner. It doesn't have to be precise, but doing this gives it a little bit of a softer effect. Next, I'm taking off the tape from the eyes so she can have a little bit more of a wing. And then I didn't show a clip of this, but I'm using the Anastasia and Jackie Aina palette, that really dark brown shade in the palette, just to kind of give it a little bit more of a deepness. For foundation, I'm using the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation. On the center of the face, I'm using the shade 115, and then on the perimeter, I am using the shade 119. For concealer, I'm using the Conceal and Perfect from Milani. I'm using the shade Light Beige for her under eyes. Applying it with a brush first and then diffusing it with the Beauty Blender. We're adding some cream bronzer in the shade Cognac from the Makeup Forever HD foundation palette. I am applying that with a brush first and then blending that out with the Beauty Blender. I find that works out for me. I know that there's some makeup artists who use brushes. They also use their fingers, whatever works for you. Next, I'm just picking up the foundation brush that I used earlier to apply the foundation on. I'm just kind of chiseling out the cream contour slash bronzer, just defining that a little bit more so we can lift up her cheeks, and also dragging that on the apples of her cheeks as well. Next, we're going to set the entire face with the Makeup Forever HD powder. I absolutely love this powder. It doesn't give any flashback or anything. The shade is Y375. Just to add a little bit of bronzer, I'm using the 3-Step to Sculpt from NYX in the shade Medium. I'm just applying very little, not too much, just because I don't want it to be too bronzy. Just give it like a more natural kind of feel. We did want to focus on skin for her makeup, and that's exactly what we did here. That's why I didn't want to add too much powder. To highlight her cheekbones, we are using the Dior Universal Highlighting Palette in the shade Gold and putting that to the highest points of her cheekbones. This step is optional. I sometimes ask my clients if they're comfortable putting on their own mascara, but she said she wanted to, so she did, and we used the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black mascara, and then while that dries, I move on to her lips, and we're using the KKW Nude 2 lip liner, which is my favorite. The KKW lip liners are really nice and smooth and creamy. They apply very nice, and the shade ranges that they do carry is very nice. If you have any other suggestions that I might like, please leave them in the comments. And then for the liquid lipstick, we are using the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Extra Toasty, and I'm applying that with a lip brush. For some added moisture, we are using a lip gloss in the shade called Shimmy from Morphe. Just applying that right on top. And then I did ask her if she would like to grow her own lashes. She said it was fine. And this is a trio of short lashes that I like to use when adding the little clusters. These are my favorite. They're very natural and wispy. So I added 3 clusters to the end of her eyelashes since Jessica has naturally long lashes. Just adding that, and then I did pinch them together so that way she had a more fuller lash. To add some finishing touches, I used Aya from the palette just to put on the center of her eyelid space. And to set her face in place, we're using the LC Enhanced Hydrating Mist. And of course, I forgot to add eyeshadow to the lower lash line, which is what I'm doing here. Same ones that I used for the wing, just to kind of brighten up her eye a little bit more. She also asked me to, and I always forget this step. I don't know why. And then she did add some cream to her waterline, and that is all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Toodles!